Class participation is pretty fundamental to what makes up a good lawyer. So as a lawyer, you're always engaged in relationships with other people, whether it's clients or the court or people on the other side. So you need to be able to talk, and you need to be able to communicate what you're thinking. You need to also, just as importantly, be able to listen to what the other side is saying and to be able to repeat that back. So CP is sort of a core aspect of the pedagogy of the law school, because what it does is it make sure that by the end of the degree you're a confident speaker in large groups and in small groups, and you're able to think on your feet and to not get caught out by tricky questions.
In first year they introduce CP as formally as part of your assessment requirements. So like you kind of think of it, oh my god, I have to contribute because I'm getting marked on it. But now I see it more as like practice for when we go out into the workforce, and us as future lawyers, we need to be able to articulate ourselves really clearly. So it's just a way of practicing how we speak and how we get our ideas across.
CP and class attendance are two different things. So they are interrelated, obviously. You've got to attend class to participate in class, but just turning up to class and satisfying the 80% attendance rule doesn't necessarily affect your CP. CP is what it means, participation, and that means engaging with other people in the class, in discussions, in forums, answering questions, asking questions in class.
One of the key parts of good participation is not only speaking, but being able to read your peers, being able to read the teacher about when is an appropriate time to talk, when is not an appropriate time to talk, what the level of engagement in the room is, those types of elements. You might contribute in every class, but if what you are saying is off topic or not directly related to the question that you've been asked, then you're less likely to do well in CP as opposed to a student who may only contribute once or twice a class, but gives thoughtful, well-reasoned, well-prepared answers.
I think everybody is nervous, and you'd be surprised how nervous the teachers are in the first class. But if you are nervous and you find it very difficult to contribute in class, send an email to your teacher and say, look, I'm a bit nervous about contributing in class. What tips have you got? Some teachers will give you questions and say, well, I'll ask this question in the next class to sort of get you on your feet. Other teachers will say, well, in this part of the class, I'll try to make some room, or I'll keep an eye out for you. And as long as you let your teacher know that you're a bit nervous, then your teacher is always very keen to find ways to make it easier for you to contribute. One
strategy I would use in group work, for example, especially for students who are a little bit shyer or a bit more hesitant, is as the group is discussing things, take some notes, and then when the teacher asks for someone to volunteer back, what did your group discuss, then come up with what your group discussed. But don't say, I think. So use it in terms of our group thought, or our group found, or our group disagreed. And then that way it's not you voicing your opinion, you're a spokesperson for the group. So rather than sort of thinking, I'm going to sound stupid if I say this, no, your group this is what you've discussed as a group.
Take every opportunity that the lecturer gives you. So if they say that the online forum will count to CP, make sure you use that to your advantage, because a lot of students won't, but that'll show you're engaging both in class and with discussions online as well. If you're doing your readings and you have an opinion about something, or if you have a question, just note it down in the document where you take your class notes or in your notebook, so that when you get to that point in class, you know that you've got something to say about that point already. You can be ready for that.
When I did my law degree, although I can sit here confidently talking about class participation now, I was not a confident speaker in class, and I would set myself little tasks of, okay, try to speak once per class for the term or for the semester. And I started to do that in my first year subjects, and it helped build up confidence. Just build up your confidence over time. Go for those factual or knowledge questions to begin with, and then as you build up that confidence, you might feel more comfortable professing an opinion, or perhaps challenging one of your peers in class about something they're saying.
CP is really powerful in terms of an opportunity to connect with your peers. I am still really, really good friends with my friends from ILJ, and that was only because we all spoke up, we all contributed to class, so, don't be afraid to give it a go.
The law school is an incredibly friendly place in the classroom, and everybody is as nervous as everybody else, and everybody really wants everyone to succeed. So just have a go at it, and you'll discover that in fact it's the best thing about law school.